Namaste, IGVN Shamala Siddiqui. Today this video I'll discuss about the antigen antibody reactions. So the what is antigen antibody reactions? There are so many different types of antigen antibody reactions, but some it's specifically antigen antibody reactions. It is a specifically chemical interactions between antibodies and produced by the B cells and WBCs and white blood cells and antigens during the immune reactions. And the antigens and antibodies combines, it is a process called an agglutination. And the agglutination is defined as clumping of the red blood cells, and it is the fundamental reactions in the body, and the body is protected from the complex foreign antigens and molecules like pathogens and the chemical toxins. So in our body, the antigens and specifically with high affinity to bound the antibodies and to form antigen antibody complex. So the immune complex is transported to the cellular systems and it can be destroyed or damaging and deactivated. So the antibodies bind antigens so weak the chemical interactions and bonding is essentially non-covalent bond. So the electrostatic interactions and hydrogen bonds and like forces and hydrophobic interactions and all known to be involved depending on the interaction sites. So the non-covalent bonds between antibody and antigens can also be mediated by intrafacial water molecules, but the indirectly bond can contribute to the phenomena of cross-reactivity, that is the recognition of the different but the related antigens by a single antibody. There are so many common types of antigen antibody reactions. Firstly is hemagglutination. Hemagglutination, sensitization and precipitation reaction and neutralization. So hemagglutination, it is a similar negative electrical charges and RBCs, and sensitization antibodies are IgG antibodies that are about 120 angstroms in the length. But the hemolysis, in case of hemolysis, neutralization, agglutination, inhibition. And participation reaction is soluble antigens combined with a soluble antibodies and in the presence of an electrolyte at the suitable temperature and pH to form insoluble visible complex, and this is called as a precipitation reaction, and it is used for qualitative and quantitative determination of both antigen and antibodies. So it involves the reaction of soluble antigen with a soluble antibody to form a large interlocking aggregate called, it is also called as lattice, and it occurs in two distinct stages. Firstly, the antigen and antibodies rapidly form the antigen antibody complex, and within a few seconds are reactions in which the antibody antigen complexes and form the precipitation reaction and form the solution. So a special ring test is useful diagnosis of anthrax and determination of alteration in food. So what is agglutination reaction? Agglutination reaction, it acts on antigen antibody reactions in which the antibodies cross-link particulate antigens and resulting in the visible clumping of the particle. So there are two types, firstly namely actively and passively agglutination, and they are used in blood tests for the diagnosis of the enteric fever. Enteric fever, it is also called as typhoid fever, and many factors influence antigen antibody reaction, and they can be conventionally classified in two groups. Firstly, factors affecting on the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constantly firstly seen in a temperature and pH and ionic strength and enzymatic reactions for the treatment of RBCs and red blood cells, and concentration of the and other factors is concentration of antigen and antibody reactions and zygosity numbers of the antigen sites per cell and durations of the incubation. And use of proteolytic enzymes, use of high molecular mass substances, and use of labeled antibodies, and for example role of the complement, factors that influence the actions of the complement in laboratory tests, and role of anti-human globulin, it is an applications of the anti-globulin test in the laboratory, and polyclonal and monoclonal antibodies. So first stage is this involving antigen antibodies randomly into the each other and test environment and the actual site of the attachment antigen and antibodies, and it usually happens very quickly and is affected by the many variables, and this reaction is not visible. But the next stage is seen involve the demonstrable effects of the attachments of the antigen and antibody reactions, and this stage longer period time, but the development and enhanced in the laboratory for the become observable, and the most widely used strategy in the laboratory to enhance the antigen antibody reactions via centrifugation. So hemagglutination and the agglutinations of the red cells in this way is called correctly hemagglutination. It takes place, but the plasma and serum antibodies is mixed with RBCs and carrying the corresponding antigen, and these reactions may occur in a test tube and in a microscopy slide and microwell, and the result in the development of the three-dimensional lattice work of the RBCs and held together by the antibodies and visible for as a clumping show. And hemagglutination reactions instance from the strong agglutination that is easily visible, and a very weak agglutination that is difficult to identify. So next is sensitization, and the sensitization antibodies are IgG antibodies and that are about 120 angstrom, and also these sensitization reactions, although just as significant as hemagglutination reactions, and durations of the incubation, concentration of antigen and antibody reactions. Namaste.